The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Five teams have advanced to the divisional round, and one more will join them. Our final wild card game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Penix to the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd down, it's Penix. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. He finds Pickens left side. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Dak now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. That throw finds Pickens. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 46.
1st down, here's Dak. That's Jonathan Mingo complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about... yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! Yeah!
From the gun, here's Akers. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Prescott here from the gun. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go! Wait, take... We're going to 54.
Here's Akers up the middle. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Going left side, Williams with it. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Gets out of trouble. Now here he goes. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Penix working from the gun. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. We give inside to Akers. And that's good for a gain of 5. Find Diablo there on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Akers. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check!
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And a back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. First down, ball at the 36. Penix escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
To the air with Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Falcons get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's on the move. Near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk, ready.
Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He's back to throw. Completed here to Pickens. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll try the right side with Akers. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah, here we go.
They go to Akers again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. It's Akers on the carry. Blast through midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff headed right. It's Akers. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Akers reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Penix now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Here's Penix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Now we give to Akers, running left. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Dak. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 16-point ball game. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead.
Falcons 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Dragon 60.
Play action, here's Penix. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Yeah, we're going to 54 wire.
They run, here's Akers. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott will look to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, kill. Yeah. Here we go. Let's take.
Back to throw, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Going to 54. Yeah. Here we go.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 3 on that gain. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Yeah, here we go. Then we're going to 53.
Trying it left side with Akers. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here.
We're going to 54 wire. Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Then we're going to 53. Yeah! 26.
Dak now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. He'll have the 1st down and even more. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game.
Falcons 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
That's good for the Falcons.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Penix on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. At the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! Timberwolf. Check go.
Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Okay, ready?
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Ready, ready?
From the shotgun, Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. That one hits for 30. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First and 10 after that last highlight. They're at the 30.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Penix. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go now.
And again, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Looking right, and he finds him. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. So now on fourth down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. A handoff for Williams, running left. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On second down, a run with Williams. Jukes out a one-stop. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And now they have a first and goal.
Yeah! Here we go! Here we go, 47. Hey, kill! 47, 26.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Hey, here we go. 26.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Cowboys continue piling it on here in the fourth. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for my partner, Brock,